Bangladesh, where we are seeing that just ahead of the hearing of Chinmoy Das Prabhu, the seer, we are seeing that his lawyer, repeat, his lawyer has been brutally attacked viewers. Big breaking news coming in ahead of Chinmoy Das's hearing in Bangladesh court. The seer's lawyer, advocate Ramin Roy, has been brutally attacked by radicalists. The vandals ransacked Roy's home, brutally attacking him, leaving him in the ICU, fighting for his life. Those pictures are coming in for you first on Republic TV. Lawyer representing Chinmoy Das has been attacked. You can see that he's in the ICU in a very, very bad condition right now, viewers. Remember, this is coming in just ahead of the hearing of the ISKCON priest Chinmoy Krishna Das, who was arrested on sedition charges, sparking massive outrage and protest worldwide, not just in Bangladesh and India, worldwide. A court in Bangladesh will be hearing the Hindu leaders' bail plea. Just ahead of that, we see this big update coming in where the advocate, the lawyer who's defending the Hindu priest Chinmoy Krishna Das, has been brutally attacked in Bangladesh and is in the ICU. ISKCON Kolkata spokesperson has said this, they've claimed this. This is the picture on your screen. Now, according to what the information we have, radicalists attacked Roy's house and brutally attacked him. And now the lawyer of the Hindu leader, the Hindu seer, is battling for his life. I just want to go straight across to my colleague, Samiksha, who's joining us live from a newsroom. Samiksha, I'm coming across to you right now, and those pictures really show what state Chinmoy Das's lawyer is in. He's fighting for his life in the ICU. And if you could take our viewers through the latest coming in, because this is just coming right ahead of the hearing in the Bangladesh court of the Hindu seer Chinmoy Das. Go ahead, Samiksha.
Well, that's right, Shivangi, and also to note here that this comes days after the Muslim lawyer who was also representing earlier, Chinmoy Das, was hacked to death outside the court. We're now given to understand that advocate Ramin Roy was attacked by radical elements. In fact, this is the post that's been put out by VP of ISKCON Kolkata, who says, and I quote, "Please pray for advocate Ramin Roy. His only fault was defending Chinmoy Krishna Prabhu in court. Islamists, the radical elements, he says, ransacked his house and brutally attacked him, leaving him in the ICU fighting for his life." So he's even posted a picture of the advocate representing Chinmoy Das Prabhu, who's associated with ISKCON in Bangladesh. But Shivangi, we are also getting source-based information from our sister channel Bangla that there have been several cases that have been filed against the lawyers representing Chinmoy Das Prabhu. Many of these lawyers have even received threat calls by radicals, and the chambers of several lawyers have been vandalized. These actions appear to be aimed at ensuring that Chinmoy Krishna Prabhu does not have a legal representation during his case hearing on Tuesday. So, Shivangi, while all eyes will be on that hearing that will take place today in Dhaka, after Chinmoy Das Prabhu was charged with sedition, we are given to understand that lawyers representing Chinmoy Das have been attacked. Their houses have been ransacked by radical elements. Not to forget the incident which came to light a few days ago when the Muslim lawyer who represented the Hindu seer was hacked to death outside the court despite security presence. Shivangi.
Right. I'll be coming back to you, Samiksha, because we'll keep a very close eye on the story. This is an important story, as we know that the Hindu minority community in Bangladesh is being targeted time and again, and we see an example in front of us. Now, remember that this issue has gone all the way, all over the world. Protests are happening in the White House also. Outside the White House, we saw that a rally was taken out just ahead of that hearing of Chinmoy Das, the Hindu seer. Now, you can see Hindus from Bangladesh have organized a rally at the White House on Sunday, December 1st, demanding the release of Chinmoy Das and protection for Hindus of Bangladesh. While in UK, we see that these atrocities which are meted out to the Hindu community, this issue has been taken up in the House of Commons and also in the House, like for example, MP Barry Garnier has raked up the atrocities against Hindu minorities in Bangladesh. Member of Parliament Preeti Patel has also raised concerns over violence in Bangladesh and demanded robust action needs to be taken as soon as possible to protect life and prevent violence and persecution. Those pictures showing you what is happening. Hindus under attack in Bangladesh. On the right hand of your screens, in UK, US, India, other places all over the world, Hindus are rallying together and asking for justice. Let's go ahead and play out the reactions coming in.
Bangladesh, the anti-indiscrimination. So this movement and Bangladeshi Hindu, there is a lots of discriminatory law against Bangladeshi Hindu community. So the Chinmoy Prabhu Brahmachari and all other Hindu community, they make 8-point demand to abolish the discrimination against Hindu. And Chinmoy Prabhu Brahmachari, he was leading a big protest in Chattogram. More than 300,000 people are organized in Chattogram. Then they organized another protest in Rangpur. There were more than 400,000 people in the protest. And the demand was popularizing day by day. And on 13th December, he declared another protest program in Khulna.
Since the fall of the previous government in August of this year, Bangladesh has seen more than 2,000 incidents of violence, most of which have been targeted against the minority Hindu community. Hindus make up less than 10% of the Bangladesh population, and my honourable friend will be aware that anti-Hindu violence has been a recurrent event in the country, and indeed the Jamaat-e-Islami party was earlier this year banned after riots in which 200 people were killed. But whilst Bangladesh no longer has the secular constitution of 1971 and became an Islamic state in 1988, there are nonetheless supposed to be protections for minority religions under Articles 28, 39 and others of the Constitution. These appear not to be being enforced, and there are reports of police and armies standing by as more than 20 places of minority Hindu and Sufi worship were vandalised and their worshippers attacked. On Friday, this came to a head when extremist groups from the Jamaat-e-Islami party attacked 2 Hindu temples in Chittagong and conducted a campaign of orchestrated violence against the Hindu population. A leading Hindu monk, Chinmoy Krishna Das, who is a former leader of the ISKCON Krishna consciousness movement, has been arrested. ISKCON is a worldwide branch of modern Hinduism with its UK headquarters at Bhaktivedanta Manor in Bushi, many of whose worshippers live in my own constituency of Brent West and the surrounding areas of northwest London. People are concerned that whilst he was engaged in exclusively peaceful protest, he has been denied due process, charged with sedition and refused bail. Yet none of the individuals who attacked the temples has been apprehended or charged. On Saturday, the senior Bangladeshi journalist Munish Saha was taken into police custody following an attack on her car by a large mob in Dhaka and only released under the provisions of the Criminal Code. The situation is clearly on a knife edge, and with such large diaspora populations in the UK and with large Hindu communities with strong links to the community in Bangladesh, I'd ask my honourable friend what more she can do to have discussions with the Bangladeshi government to ensure that, and with other partners in the region, to ensure that tensions are lowered, the rule of law put into effect, and calm and order restored.
It's an important subject, and he's also raised the arrest of the ISKCON leader, and it's a place of worship I too am very familiar with, near his constituency. But, Mr. Speaker, these are deep and long-standing ties between our two countries, and the Minister herself is right to point out that even though she's visited Bangladesh recently, as my right honourable friend, the member opposite, has said, the degree of escalation in the violence is deeply, deeply concerning. And what we are witnessing now is just uncontrolled violence in many quarters. And we are now watching with horror and shock as further violence is spread in Bangladesh. And all our thoughts in this House are most definitely with the diaspora community here and those who are affected in Bangladesh. These are deeply disturbing reports. The Minister herself mentioned the deadly attacks and the violence that took place during what is an auspicious period, the Durga Puja festival in 2021. So given the current instability in Bangladesh and since the departure of the former Prime Minister in August, this is a moment of deep concern. Many governments are condemning the violence and calling for peace and law and order to be restored. So I welcome the comments from the Minister, but I must emphasise that all efforts must be taken now. We have a religious leader who has now been arrested. We need to know effectively what is being done to secure his release, due process in particular. But at the same time, can the Minister give details of the government's engagement with the government on this particular matter? What discussions have taken place? And have we been robust in pursuing the right to protect life, the prevention of violence and persecution, and importantly, tolerance for religious belief? What efforts has the government undertaken to build upon the last government's work to promote freedom of religion and belief in Bangladesh? And can the Minister say what discussions are taking place with other international partners to help restore this kind of stability that we desperately need to see in Bangladesh?
As viewers, you saw what is happening there. Big anger against Bangladesh atrocities on the Hindu minority community. Now, what happened, viewers, was that 50 ISKCON members tried to cross over from India to Bangladesh. They were stopped. They were stopped over the authorities saying that they were traveling on suspicious grounds, even though they had valid travel documents. Now, this issue has even gone ahead and reached the highest level of the government. Go ahead, we'll look at this report and see what is the latest coming in.
Amid the deteriorating situation of Hindu minorities in Bangladesh, the opposition has sought the centre's intervention. Udhav Sena MP Priyanka Chaturvedi has urged the Ministry of External Affairs to intervene. TMC MP Kalyan Banerjee said the party will take up the Bangladesh issue in Parliament. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee also expressed concern over the growing crimes against Hindus in Bangladesh. Banerjee has sought Prime Minister Narendra Modi's help in bringing home the persecuted Indians from foreign soil. The situation in Bangladesh currently appears grim. Just yesterday, Republic uncovered another attack on Indian youth in Bangladesh.
ये जानना चाहेंगे कि आखिरकार आपके साथ हुआ क्या था जब आप बांग्लादेश पहुंचे, हुआ क्या आपके साथ?
उसी शाम को मेरे दोस्त ने मुझे कहा था कि चलो थोड़ा घूम के आते, तुम तो घर चले जाओगे आज, सो तुम्हें उसके साथ थोड़ा बाहर निकला था। उसी टाइम को कुछ युवक, मुस्लिम युवक मिलके मुझे और मेरे दोस्त को घेर लिया। उन्हीं में से कुछ लोगों ने मुझे पूछा कि तुम कहाँ से हो और तुम्हारा धर्म क्या है। मैंने बोला मैं इंडियन हूँ, मेरा धर्म हिंदू है। तो उसके बाद ही वो लोग बैग वगैरह तलाशी करना शुरू कर दिया, मेरा फ़ोन स्नैच करने की कोशिश की। मैंने जब अपनी सेल्फ डिफेंस की कोशिश की, उसी टाइम को वो लोगों ने पत्थर से मेरे सिर के पीछे मारा।
In another incident, a bus travelling from Bangladesh to India with Indian citizens on board was also attacked in Agartala. Meanwhile, Hindu groups also staged a protest outside Bangladesh Deputy High Commission in Mumbai. Hundreds of monks gathered at Petrapol in North 24 Parganas area, the India-Bangladesh border. The protest was mobilized by West Bengal unit of Akhil Bharatiya Sant Samiti and sought protection of the interest of minorities in neighbouring country. ISKCON Seer Chinmoy Krishnadas Brahmachari, who was arrested in Bangladesh over charges of sedition, continues to remain under custody. 2 more priests identified as Rudra Proti Kesab Das and Ranganath Syama Sundor Das were also arrested. The duo went to deliver food, medicines and money to Chinmoy Das in jail. While India has already urged Bangladesh to take stern steps to protect Hindus there, the Yunus-led government yet to act.